Hi guys, welcome to our event tonight. I want to start off with our disclaimer that the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors, is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide, and at Plexus Worldwide we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, as we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease.
All right.
Okay, I am Barry Martin Pounce, and I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. Welcome to our online event tonight. We've got a lot of great people with testimonies, and we're excited to get started. I wanted to tell you a little bit of a brief information about myself. Sorry, I've got a lot of feedback going on. I've been with Plexus since April of 2014. I started because I saw one of my girlfriends posting about it on Facebook, and I was interested in having some energy. I took the products, and immediately I found that I had great energy. I lost a few pounds, and I have been a sufferer of headaches my entire life, and these headaches are finally gone. And I know as a result of taking the triplex with Plexus. I am so passionate about these products because of what they've done for me and for my health and for my life. And I would not be where I am today. I'm a fashion stylist. I'm 48 years old, and I have a 5-year-old child, and I need all the energy I can have, and I have that now. So I feel like I have my life back, and I'm not exhausted all the time. So I wanted to thank you guys so much for being on board, and I'll introduce you to my best friend, who this is one of the best things about working with this business is I'm, even though I started the products to kind of tease her, here I am today and loving them still, and a Senior Ruby Ambassador. So without further ado, I'll introduce Erin Key, who's the Emerald Ambassador and the leader of our group. Erin, take it away.
All right, thank you, Barry. Yeah, I'm Erin Key, and I am a Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. But I know a lot of our people on the call tonight have no clue what that means, and you're thinking, sorry, back there. You're thinking, what does that mean? So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you later on. But first off, I'm going to give you my journey, just a little bit about that. So this time 2 years ago, I was so tired, exhausted. I've had 3 babies in 3 years, and that does a number on the body. And I needed something to feel better, and I was drinking 5-hour energy drinks, Red Bulls, you name it, to try to find that energy. It wasn't working. I saw my friend Laura posting about something called Plexus, some natural plant-based product called Plexus, and I started to reach out to her and tell me more, I said, and she gave me a sample. I loved it, day one, trying the products. And I, at the time, being a stay-at-home mom for several years at that time, previous to that, I had a very successful career, but we were, trying to stretch our dollar as much as possible. And I immediately wanted to know what the cost was of these products. So, I loved them, but I said to Laura, tell me more. What's it going to cost me? I was the coupon queen at that time. I had a binder full of coupons. I was going to Walmart to price match, whatever I could do to stretch that dollar. So I said, tell me how I can get these products the cheapest way possible. She said, well, you could be a preferred customer, which is great. You could have that discount, and you can cancel anytime. It's 60-day money-back guarantee, or you could become an ambassador. That's only $34.95. It is the cheapest way to go. It's like a Costco membership. You buy that once a year, your membership, and you've got wholesale pricing. And so me, always looking for the deal, that's the route I chose. And then I said, well, can you tell me how to get my products maybe paid for? How can I get them for free? And she said, well, just 3 to 5 customers, maybe share with your friends, tell your friends, and you could get your products paid for. And I knew that I had friends. I knew I had friends that would want to try these products. So I decided to go ahead and sign up as an ambassador and go all in and start telling my friends about it. And I had a few friends that wanted to try it for sure. And it was insane. It just grew, and then within a couple of months, I was more than double, tripling, what I had been saving and couponing. I was now getting that with my Plexus check. And then 2 years now, I've been doing this and sharing, and my health has completely changed. Our financial situation has completely changed. I am now an Emerald Ambassador. So I know a lot of you want to know exactly what does that mean. So I'm going to share something with you guys. This is our income graphic. And there we go. I'm going to show you guys our income graphic here from Plexus. And we start out as, if the first level would be once you have people on your team, you get 3 people that's silver as a silver ambassador. And that's basically 3 people that decide to also, they want that wholesale membership and they want that best possible pricing. So those are 3 people, 3 of your friends that have joined you in buying that wholesale pricing. I want you to check out what that is, the approximately $5,000 a year. That may not sound like a lot to you, but let's break it down monthly, approximately $400. What could that do to change your family's financial situation? I know that 75% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and that could change everything for them. On our call tonight, we do have a silver ambassador, we have a gold ambassador, we have our senior ruby ambassador, Barry, that just spoke, and I am an emerald ambassador. So at that point, emerald, sapphire, diamond, 6-figure income we're talking, and it's mind-blowing. That's life-changing. Also, I got a Lexus, no more minivan for me, and a trip to Hawaii with my husband every year from Plexus. I earned that from Plexus, and I get to go. I went last year, and I get to go this year. So it is absolutely a dream come true. Anyone can do it. It's not a guarantee, but anyone can do it based on your efforts, and that's our why. That's why we are sharing. So the products are amazing. We want to get a little bit more into the products too. We have some great testimonies for you tonight, and they're going to share a little bit more about our products, specifically our triplex combo, Slim, Promo 5, and BioCleanse. You'll hear more about that, the triplex, several times. So right now I want to introduce you to Lana Webster. She's our next guest here. I'm going to see. Lana, take it away, honey. Oh, Lana, I'm sorry, honey, you're on mute. I didn't realize that. Okay, we're going to move on. Sorry, Lana, we'll get that figured out. I'm going to move on to, and our next guest is Kristin Patterson, and she has an amazing testimony for us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. I'm Kristin Patterson, and I am a Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And I'm really excited to be here and share my story. I'm a homeschooling mom of 2 boys. My oldest actually has some special needs, which is what drove that decision for us to homeschool. And so I'm pretty busy with that most days. And I'm one of those that was not interested in any of this to begin with. My friend Carrie, she kept posting her success with this. At that point, I think she'd lost about 60 pounds. I think today she's lost up to like 90 pounds. And I was happy for her, but I thought this was a diet pill. And so I just, yay, Carrie, and I just kept going on with it. But my husband, he was the one that started buying, and I feel kind of bad for this now, but I sort of rolled my eyes at him at the time. But I also prayed about it, and I felt pretty convicted that I was supposed to support him. And I also felt an urging to join him. And I'm one of those people that usually researches really deep before I jump into something. But in this case, I just started taking it. And what's interesting is that at that point, I had been suffering for about 5 years with some really bad allergies. And every time they'd flare up, that it would turn into a sinus infection. And I had been, at that point, 5 years in a row on antibiotics for 6 months out of the year for all 5 of those years. And so my stomach was a big mess. It was spiraling into some big stomach issues. I'd gotten to the point where I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat a salad. I couldn't eat a piece of toast. Couldn't drink a glass of milk without my stomach just being in knots all the time. And I know some people don't necessarily feel something right away, but for me, I started with the Slim, and within 24 hours, I was able to start to eat again, and I was just floored. My husband and I and the family, we were about to go on a trip to Florida, and I had gone through his bag because, again, he was the only one ordering, and so I was frantically calling my friend Carrie, "Can you bring me a bag, please?" It was Slim that helped me get through that trip, and so I was also really, because of all of that, energy was a big issue for me, and I started with just the Slim. And for those who don't know what the Slim is, it's this. It comes in a 30-day pack. They're little sticks, and you mix these with water. And when I got back from that trip, I started looking more into it, and so some of the things I learned about it were that there's no caffeine in it, so the energy was coming because my blood sugar was being regulated and I was feeling better and all of that. It's also got no artificial colors or sweeteners, and so it's an all-natural product. When I got back, I continued on the Slim for a couple of months, and then as time progressed, I've slowly added in more of the triplex with the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse, and I added everything one at a time. So I am also an unusual case in that I didn't see a lot of weight loss. I know Erin shared my picture earlier. There is no weight loss in that. When I first shared that picture with friends, I had people guessing as much as 30 pounds. Now, I had dropped 2 pant sizes, but the scale had not budged at all. I know that's hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe, but the non-scale victories were huge for me, and so I just kept going. I had been on the products for 4 months when I decided to join the business, and for me, it was I had to share. If these products were helping me feel so much better, then I couldn't not share. And that was one of the driving reasons for me to join as an ambassador. And it's been a really good decision to do so. It's been a blessing. This ended up being kind of a difficult financial year for us, and Plexus has been able to help cover the gaps. And I've been so pleased about being able to help in that way with our family finances. And in fact, this past Christmas, Plexus paid for Christmas.
Wow. That is so awesome, Kristin. I'm just so happy for you. It's part of my Plexus why too. Sharing creates that domino effect that then leads to others experiencing true life-changing results, you know. So I'm so excited for you for that. Lana, are we good to go back? Okay, Lana, it's all good now. Yes, Miss Lana. Nope, I can't hear you now. Oh, I don't know what the deal is, baby. Okay, we're gonna let's go to Aubrey.
Oh, I think Lana came on.
All right, Aubrey.
Hi.
Hi, dear.
Well, I'm Aubrey. I joined Plexus back in May of 2015. I started as a preferred customer, but I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. Before starting Plexus, I had struggled with digestive issues for about 7 years, and I had to pretty much restrict a lot of things that I couldn't eat. I couldn't have gluten or dairy or soy or red meat or chocolate or caffeine. So I pretty much didn't have much of a life as far as what I could eat. And sometimes I would even eat random foods, and it would trigger all of my symptoms. I could have horrible bloating or gas or constipation or diarrhea. And I know that's, TMI for some people, but when you struggle with those things, I mean, it's everything, and it's horrible. So I had seen a couple different doctors through the years. A lot of them wanted to try and give me different prescriptions. But at the time when I had kind of come to the climax of all of this, I was just 27, and I didn't want to be on a prescription for the rest of my life. So I had some other friends that were telling me about Plexus on Facebook. And finally, my husband and I decided to listen and see if some of the Plexus stuff would work. And we decided we would give it a try for 3 months. And if it didn't work, then we were just going to quit. So they suggested I start on the triplex combo with the Slim, and then I also started the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse, which have been just amazing. So those two products alone, within 3 weeks, I started to notice a difference, that the symptoms that I had had for 7 years started to go away. And I was sold. I knew that I had to stay on this stuff no matter what. So at that point, we started to look at how could we afford this, because I'm a dental hygienist, and I'm putting my husband through chiropractic school, and he has another 2.5 years to go. So being consistent with stuff, especially with a really tight budget, was really important to us. So I went ahead and signed up as an ambassador, and within my first month, I was able to get all of my products paid for. So at that point, Brian and I decided that this wasn't actually, this was a real thing, and we could possibly make some pretty good side income off of this. So I just threw everything I had into Plexus while still working full-time as a hygienist 5 days a week, and started to make some pretty significant income. Right now, I'm a silver ambassador, and I'm going towards gold. And it looks like here in the next month that I'm going to get to quit working Fridays and Saturdays and just work 3 days a week as a hygienist. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. And we'll see what happens in this coming year. But my husband and I were both very into it and really, really hopeful that this could do great things for us. And no matter what, even if, things stay the same and I just keep making the income to help me stay, working part-time, I will never get off of my probiotic, because that stuff is amazing, and I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't have Plexus. So it's been a huge blessing and a gift from God that I'm really, really thankful for. So
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Aubrey. I love your story.
Thank you.
Really great. Thank you for sharing. I feel the same way. I would not go a day without my probiotic or my BioCleanse. They make everything just a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try again for Lana. Lana, are you able to come on?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yay.
Yay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Well,
this is Lana. She's a gold ambassador on our team, and take it away, Lana.
Well, thank you, Barry. Sorry about all the technical difficulties, but I'm excited to be sharing my story tonight. Well, about a year ago last fall, I was embarrassed and hiding behind my fake smile and my yoga pants. I was miserable, overwhelmed, depressed. I had 6 teenagers, 4 kids going to homecoming, 2 kids going to prom, dresses, corsages, hair, and jewelry. You get it? Like, it's crazy. So I was drowning my sorrows in Oreos and milk every night. Before my pity party had ended, I had gained 30 pounds. That same 30 pounds that I had put on when I was pregnant. Crazy. Now in my late 40s, no matter what I did, all my little old tricks I used to do, the weight wouldn't come off. I saw my friend Julie's posts, and she was taking it for migraines, but the side effect was that she was losing weight, and my lazy girl light bulb went off, and I thought, wow, let me try that. Maybe I'll have the same side effect. Even though I was super skeptical, I was so desperate that I just
got onto her website and ordered without saying a word to her at the full retail price because I didn't want anybody to talk to me. I didn't want anybody to try to sell me anything, and I didn't want to have to talk to anybody about how miserable I was. So I started with the Slim my first month, and I took the before pictures, even though I couldn't even get into my fat jeans. I mean, I got them on there, but it was quite a horrible before picture. And I took the Slim religiously that first month and felt nothing, not one thing. But I kept taking it because Julie said it worked for her. And then I ran out of it because, you know what, I bought retail, so it wasn't coming to me automatically. Well, then that's when I figured out what it was doing. Like, oh my gosh, did I figure out what it was doing. So I never let myself run out of it again. I stayed super consistent, and I added the X Factor the next month. And I began waking up at 6:30 every morning. I've never been a morning person in my life. This fact alone made my husband freak out. He started to think, wow, maybe I need some of this Plexus stuff. My girlfriend started noticing a difference, and the third month I added the ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse, and that is when the belly really started disappearing. I mean, majorly quick. And by 4 months, I noticed I was craving vegetables. My sugar addiction was gone. I didn't need allergy medication anymore. I wasn't cramping from cysts on my ovaries or hiding my face with acne. I had so many friends and my husband wanting to take the products, so I finally joined as an ambassador without telling Julie. And then, bam, in my first month, I went silver and made enough to pay for my products. And I not only paid for my products, I made my car payment, and I took my husband to convention with me. It was super exciting to be able to pay for the plane ticket and take him with me. When I think about how stupid I was, all those months paying retail, how much money I wasted, let alone on Starbucks and whatnot, I'm just so grateful that I finally joined. And a few months later, I turned gold. Thank goodness, because by then my entire family was on it and were all taking it. And my monthly Plexus income pays for lots of extras that I normally wouldn't get. You know, trips to see my college compete, my kids compete in college sports. So that's, you know, really important to me. And then, you know, like every Friday, you know that feeling you get when the winter comes around and you stick your hand in your pocket and you find a $20 bill that you totally forgot you had in your pocket last year, and it's like, whoa, oh my gosh, found money. That's what it's like every Friday when you're a Plexus ambassador. Anyway, but the best part is seeing all my family and friends benefit in so many different ways. I've never been more grateful. I take the entire Fab 5, which is the Triplex, the X Factor, the Mega X. I also take Accelerator, which, whoo, the 5-HTP in that is amazing. And I also take the Nerve. So that's it in a nutshell. I love Plexus.
That's so awesome, Lana. Thank you so much for sharing. I love, you know, how you went from the retail customer and realizing that, you know, hey, maybe I should be saving some money if I'm going to continue taking these awesome products. But now you're a gold ambassador. I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, you have a great little team going. I love it. So fun. We love having you a part of our team.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so our final testimony tonight. Save the Christie here for the end, and she's got an amazing, amazing journey with Plexus. So, Christie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey and your Plexus why?
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay. I am a gold ambassador with Plexus and started back in April of 2015 when my friend Nicole posted her before and after weight loss pictures, and I was totally blown away and wanted to try anything to lose weight. I think I had practically tried everything out there on the market. Back in 2007, I suffered a traumatic brain injury, and at the time I lost my amazing job working for an NHL team. Literally traveled around the country with the team, did amazing, amazing things, and was totally devastated. Felt like my life was gone, that it was totally over. And I didn't even know at the time that it was going to be progressive and that would continue to get worse year after year. So fast forward a few more years, and I had 4 different doctors, tons of medications, and one of the doctors let me know 4 years ago that I would probably not even recognize my son when he walked across the stage at graduation, because my memory was going so quickly. So I was a mess, to say the least. But on top of losing my memory so quickly, I also, because of my brain injury, I couldn't get my heart rate up very quickly. So I used to run marathons, and I couldn't run anymore at all. I used to work out all the time, and I couldn't lift weights. So needless to say, the weight just kept piling on, and I literally felt like nothing was going to help. So couldn't run, couldn't go to the gym, couldn't do anything except for get fat. So I saw Nicole's before and after pictures and was like, maybe I can try that. I did. Had no idea at the time that Plexus would totally change my life. And I'm pretty sure Nicole had no idea what it was going to do for me either. I lost 12 pounds pretty quickly, but honestly, that is like the least of my concerns or the benefits at this point. My mood increased literally within the first week. My mood started to get better. And if you know anything about traumatic brain injuries, depression is the most devastating side effect, in my opinion. The memory loss is bad, but the depression, which often leads to suicide attempts. You'll see that with professional athletes a lot who have had them. Suicide is just really common. The depression is awful, but within a week, my depression was better. Because of my memory problems, I didn't like to leave the house. I would get lost when I was trying to drive to my parents' house. I would get lost. So it got to where I just didn't leave the house. I went to the grocery, but I even actually paid people to do my grocery shopping because I hated to leave the house. That's how bad my anxiety was. And my headaches were so bad that I took 12 to 18 ibuprofen a day. And that was just normal. And the doctor said that was okay because there was nothing else I could do, and that was the only way I could get out of bed to function. So here comes Plexus, and everything changed. My headaches stopped. I maybe take 4 ibuprofen a month these days, if that. My anxiety, let me just tell you about how different my anxiety is. This summer, I told my husband that I wanted to take my son on a college tour all around, driving everywhere. So he thought I was nuts because I literally never used to leave the house. But I packed up, loaded up my son, and for 5 days we drove all over, saw so many colleges, drove for hours. I had a blast. Every morning I got back up and did it again, and this was nuts. This was so cool for me. And Plexus has literally changed my life. And it's just, I'm sorry, I get so emotional because I almost lost everything, and now I am a total normal person. People would never know that I have all of these issues. And I got to tell you, my favorite product is Mega X. Doctors have always wanted me on an Omega because it's proven to help with brain function and to help delay memory loss. So of course they wanted me on it. I've always been on one and literally never saw any changes. I had no idea why I was taking it, and I hated the fish burps. And so when Plexus came out with Mega X, which was plant-based, and it had all of the omegas, 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7, with no fishy aftertaste, of course I switched to that. And let me just tell you, within a month, I started having more memory. I started recalling things that I thought would never ever happen. I'd never recall again. just 2 days ago, I was telling my husband something, and he stopped him, and he was like, wow, your memory literally is getting better. I cannot believe you're remembering these things. And I got to tell you, like, nothing has changed in my life except for that I found Plexus, and it's given me my life back. And I want to end, just saying the financial benefits have been so huge for our family. My husband recently started his own company, and so the amount of money he's bringing in, like, went down to almost nothing. And we were worried that we weren't going to be able to pay for my son's senior year in private school. And Plexus has covered almost the complete cost of that. And I promise you, if you think you don't have time for Plexus, you do. I have 4 children, 17, 12, 9, and 4 years old. And I also own a cake pop company, which I've had for almost 4 years. And I work 40 to 60 hours a week making cake pops. And I just have to tell you, probably within 2 months, my Plexus income will surpass my cake pop income. And it's amazing.
Wow.
And in May, my son will graduate, and you better bet I will recognize who he is walking across the stage. Got my life back, and now I am just working towards being able to pay for whatever the best college that he gets into is. So I'm just grateful. I love Plexus.
Thank you so much, Christy. That is an amazing story. I'm so excited to hear it. And I appreciate you sharing your passion. Well, thank you guys all for coming on tonight, and thank you all ambassadors for sharing your stories and your passion for Plexus and these amazing products that truly are life-changing. It's amazing that we have all been able to start these own businesses for $34.95, basically all of us, just to get our products wholesale, and it's turned into a really fun and lucrative business for us all. So I'm going to leave you with this. And I have just one question for you tonight if you're on here listening. And that is this. What if this could change everything? Thank you guys so much and have a great night. Go Plexus. Bye-bye.